Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 20. We made it. The 12 days of workforce wisdom, reflections, realities, and resets to wrap
Mm.
2025 and power 2026. My return guest today is also no stranger to anything that Trap Recruiter does because they are someone who is always ready to collaborate and
Yes.
partner with me. Please welcome back Maisha Cannon, the founder of the Collab Lab. Hi.
Yes. Hey, KG, Trap Recruiter. I needed some
Whew.
Trap Recruiter energy this year, so I'm glad we're closing off the year.
Kirsten is
Yes.
proud but tired. Okay.
Yes. I wish I had
That's
an applause emoji for you just for all that you've been doing
my
this year.
listen, my tambourine is too far away. I'm not even gonna beat it today. I'm just gonna let the folks soak up all your wisdom. Um,
Okay.
we're going to, follow the program like everyone else did. We're going to start with
Mhm.
reflections.
Mm.
So, reflecting on 2025, what stood out to you as the most
Mm.
meaningful shifts in how organizations are approaching learning, enablement, and collaboration, especially as roles and expectations continue to evolve?
Mm, just starting off with the meaty questions. These are making me think the last couple weeks of the year. Thank you for having me. And this is a great question to reflect on. I think for me, what I observed was that learning, collaboration, and AI stopped being separate initiatives. And I saw more clients wanting to integrate more of an operating system for how teams are actually getting work done. So that's been nice to see it kind of integrated more smoothly into the flow of work, seeing some trends of enablement shifting from just training to more of a workflow design. So that's been great to see. And I think for me, since I've narrowed my focus to remote teams, I'm seeing more of collaboration as an essential skill, right? Not just working asynchronously in a bunch of tools, but like truly collaborating. So those have been some themes I've seen this year.
I love that you are truly leaning into your expertise. Everyone talks about how wonderful of a trainer you are, how wonderful of a learning, like you make learning fun. I've been to a few of your, pop up events, I'll call them. And
Yes.
it's always like so
Yes.
I'm like, wait a minute, we are actually she is teaching us some things and it doesn't even feel like it. Like I love this.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for noticing. Yes,
Yeah,
I'm definitely
absolutely.
all about that and loving having you at the events and more hopefully in 2026 for you to pop in on.
Yes, I love the
Mhm.
laser focus now on remote
Yes.
teams as much as we would like to say
Yes.
that that is not a thing.
Mhm.
It is going to continue to be a thing, and I don't know why we're trying to shy away from um, folks working remotely, but
That's
we know what the real reason is, but
right.
we'll
Mhm.
we'll, we'll skip over that and
Yes.
get back to you because you have worked at the intersection of
Mm.
people, process, and technology. What misunderstandings do you see leaders and teams continue to have, and what effective enablement and skill building what does effective enablement and skill building actually require?
Mm. This is a good one in terms of the misunderstandings. I think if I looked across a couple of different conversations this year, I think a misnomer has been learning being treated as a purchase and not a practice, right? So many orgs are still approaching learning as this one off. It's a one time rollout, it's a problem, and it's going to be fixed in 90 minutes. And, that's a misstep, especially because the teams that I've seen this year that had real progress and close to transformation, they treated learning as ongoing, whether it was quarterly, bi monthly sessions, supported with coaching, with office hours, right? So much
Right.
more comprehensive. So yeah, I think that would be what I observed.
I love that. You must be working for some wonderful people this year because it sounds like you are delighting me. I'm
Yes.
glad we're ending the series with you because listen,
Yeah.
it's been a lot of doom and gloom,
It
but
has. Hmm.
I'm liking hearing that some folks are doing the right thing.
That's
So
right. That's
let's get
right.
to the realities. Like I said, for many of us, it has been nonstop doom and gloom, and changes that were not fun, a lot of
Mhm.
instability, a lot of practices that weren't sustainable. Um,
Mm.
so, from an employee's and a job seeker's perspective, and I'm asking about learning in general, not personal.
Mhm.
How can someone assess whether a company truly invests in learning, in enablement, and collaboration, or like you said, it just buys tools and hopes
Mhm.
for the best? And then what signals should people pay closer attention to during interviews, during onboarding, and talent development discussions?
That's so rich. I mean, I think you hinted at it in the question, right? Look for signals, not slogans, right? Don't listen to, everything you see on the website or what they're pitching to you when they're trying to woo you. But once you get in, I think you can tell from onboarding, right? We've both been there. You're on board. There's some companies that are ready for you. They've got your desk ready if it's an in-person. They've got
Yeah.
your buddies plan for the week. And then other times you sit in the lobby the first 2 hours of your first day because nobody was expecting you. I won't name any names, but that happened to me in Silicon Valley. I put in the dusty desk with the spider webs for the first week because they just weren't ready, right? So I think you keep your eyes open from that day one experience. Onboarding is going to reveal a lot of it. And also in your meetings, I like to tell people start observing how questions are treated. Are
Mm.
questions treated as data or disruption? Right? We've all been in those meetings where they're like, we're going to save questions till the end. And then you get to the end and you're out of time and they're like, oh, sorry. So you just sat through a one-way monologue, essentially, right? In a meeting that could have been an email, and
Ooh.
the voice equity is not there. So I think, looking at how the meetings are run, what are you noticing? Because all of those pieces speak to learning, to building psychological safety so you can be in a position to learn on the job. And then the last thing I would say would be the time investment. So, do they allow you time during your week, during your month to do independent practice, even if it's not company supported or sponsored? I can think of an employer who allowed me to spend 3 hours every Wednesday as I was pursuing my coaching certification. So the company didn't pay for it, but they were willing to let me step away from work 3 hours a week. So those small
Oh,
signals,
nice.
are important. Yeah. So just be observant, have your, what is it? Have your Spidey hat on, be looking all around, looking for the clues of, are they, are they talking about it or are they being about it?
I
How
know
that goes.
you mentioned that, we don't want to look at slogans, but it's stuck in my
Mm-hmm.
head, of training being a practice, not a purchase. Like I cannot
Mm-hmm.
get that off. That
Oh,
get
good.
that's listen, you got to get
Let's
that
get on a
written down.
t-shirt.
Get on a t-shirt, get on a cup. Listen.
Yes, let's get some merch in the Trap Recruiter store for
No, that is
2026. I love it.
That's a Maisha Cannon collab lab
Yes.
production. Yeah, I don't listen.
I love it.
What Ezel said he don't kill, he steal. I don't do
Right.
either. I don't steal.
Okay, that's right.
We all win. We all win. We all win.
Yes, that's
Okay.
right.
Through your work with Collab Lab, you've seen how collaboration either accelerates momentum or quietly breaks it down. What collaboration patterns or breakdowns showed up most in 2025, and how did
Mm.
they directly impact learning, trust, and execution inside organizations?
Mm. Wow. So a couple things are coming up. So one, I think tool overload was masking deeper issues this year. We saw a lot of these teams trying to do more with less, right? They are letting go of humans who have lived experience that AI doesn't have. Like, let's just talk about it. If that was the real reason, right? That's what we're being told about how people are being let go, but we know there's more to it. But yeah, I think this idea of, well, we'll purchase this tool that can take the place of a human. And I think we've already seen companies have to go back on that. So I think that was one of the trends I observed where it really breaks down. Another thing was just asynchronous work done poorly, right? I came up
Mm.
through GitHub back in 2015, so 10 years ago, where they were remote first back then. So a lot of the etiquette that I learned and just the way of being in a remote team, they had a practice internally around document even your water cooler conversations. So if you were in person and you had a water cooler conversation, when you get back at GitHub, you're jotting it down in an issue saying, okay,
Wow.
Kirsten and I talked about, if we should give the team an extra week off, we'll come back to it. So you get in this habit of really documenting a lot of your moves, which we don't see. I don't see a lot on teams, a lot of documentation of how your work gets done, a lot of invisible work that, that a lot of us do on these jobs that's not accounted for. Mm-hmm. And
Invisible
then I think
work.
the last one is what you know and what I know. I think I've even mentioned just meetings that are crowding out, learning, and meetings that don't even make space to collaborate, right? So we're spending
Mm,
live time in back-to-back Zooms, but it's still one voice. It's not the voice of the collective. So that's why I try to be different with the events you've seen that I've done, and even when I'm internal with teams, of unlocking the hidden wisdom in the team, right? So I'm not the sage on the stage, I'm the guide on the side. So I'm really there to unlock the team's genius that they don't get to showcase because they're being talked at every time they
yeah.
hop on a call. Mm-hmm.
You are dropping so many gems here. Like, I don't know. Were you an MC back in? I mean, your initials are MC, so
Initials
I
are
don't know.
MC.
MC.
Girl, I was inspired by the Kendrick Drake beef. I was that last year. I told my husband I
Ooh.
want to get a PhD in rap. So yes, I've been working on my flows.
Aren't there? Is it? But who is it? Is it Kendrick that's teaching
uh,
at Harvard?
Oh
Is
no,
it
I think
Harvard?
that's Lupe Fiasco, I think, had a
Lupe,
course.
got you.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
At one of the Ivies or so that's mad cool too. So
All
but
right.
yeah.
I can't believe we're already at reset. You pack power, like so. That's why it seems like it's not taking any time. But there's a lot in this episode already.
Oh,
But
good,
I'm getting
good.
some more. I'm gonna get some more. Talk about these
Okay.
resets. All right, it's just a few more days left. Thank God of
Okay.
2025.
We made it.
Kirsten is
Whew.
tired, but Kirsten is
Yes.
tired.
Yes. You gotta rest.
Yes. What
Mm.
resets should leaders and organizations make when it comes to how they design learning experiences, enable
Mm.
teams, and support people through constant change?
Mm. I'd be curious to see what you've experienced with this too. I think the first thing that came to mind for me when I looked at this question was shifting from leader-led assumptions to learner-led design. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of time there's a gap between the economic buyer, maybe the VP, the SCP, the C-level employee who says, yes, this is worth investing in. And then by the time it gets to the individual contributor on the front line, they're like, what? That? There's a gap between what the leader sees and the frontline reality. So
Yes.
I think if you wanted to reset that for 2026, you would listen to your people, right? Listen to them. And what do they need? What skills do they want to build, right? In addition to what you're spotting in terms of, macro trends, still listen to those people who are on the front lines because they're learning, right? They're learning in pockets outside of work that make me think that what they need is not going tended to. Like I know a group Prompt Mates this year, and they hosted about 3 free AI sessions for recruiters specifically,
Nice.
and got hundreds of people signing up and showing up. So I'm like, wow, there is a curiosity to learn something that they're not
Mm-hmm.
getting, in their day to day. So resetting with the listening, and then I would say design learning as a conversation. So that goes back to what we
Mm.
were talking about with just ongoing, not this drop in, plop in, one lunch and learn for the year, right? Or send people to a conference once a year and think they're going to bring back, pay for one seat, bring
Can
it
I
back to
have?
all 20
Can I
people.
get the slot? You know what my you know what I hate? Like I love, I love talking to people. I love doing
Yeah.
trainings, but I like
Mhm.
interactive
Yes.
things. And I'm one of those people that put like
Mhm.
a sentence on a slide and a cute
Mhm.
picture. Like I am not just and people be like, "Can I get your slides?" I'm like, "For what?"
They want to take them back to the team for the people that didn't get the
Yes,
approval to
but
go. Right.
I understand
Mhm.
because we got into this PowerPoint culture of putting
Talk about it.
all these words on slides and we
Ugh.
literally just read off sides. So, like, even as we
Yes.
transform and try to
Yes.
do better, okay, we might put less words on slides, but we're still
Mhm.
reading scripts associated with it. And people still
Yes.
want, oh, can I get the recording? Oh, can I get
Uh-huh.
this? And I'm like, okay, well, this, especially when it's virtual, it makes it
Mhm.
you have to be a little bit more intentional about being
That's
an
right.
active listener and learner. So
Yes.
um when you're all the time, like I said,
Mhm.
like people don't know where to look, people don't know,
Mhm.
if they should pay attention to the slide or the person, like it gets to be crazy. Like I've seen
Yes.
some crazy things,
Oh my
and
goodness.
as much as I would love to improve,
Mhm.
how I am. I'm like when I make something and I'm real proud of it, and then
Mhm.
nobody cares, and I'm like, we
Does
worked
that
really
ever
hard on
happen?
this.
We
No, no,
love what
no.
you put
I mean,
out.
like little things. I mean, like little things, like the
Yeah.
surveys I do. Like, girl, there's a
Mm.
reason. And when nobody wants to fill out the survey, how
That's
am I
right.
going to do better if you don't tell me
That's
what you
right.
actually want?
That's
And
right.
I've done pre and post ones and get like zero or get very few things that doesn't,
Mhm.
and then that's like this is why it's designed the way it is, because
That's right.
as much as the leaders try to, like you said, provide the team with what they need and not just what
Mhm.
they think they need,
Yeah.
like it wasn't passed down to go ahead and participate, or be an
Mhm.
active part of your learning process,
Right.
because I think learning inside of, especially
Mm.
inside of enterprise organizations,
Mhm.
I mean, like I ain't gonna lie, I skipped through the
Mm.
training, the
The
onboarding.
video ones, wearing that mouse out with them clicks, okay? Speedy
But
clicks.
they
Yeah.
time them now. They don't want you, like you
Right.
can't go past no more. They don't let you go past no more.
Right. No
You
fast
got to
forward
sit there.
button. Uh-huh.
Nope.
Uh-huh. Or if you change browsers, it'll stop playing. Yeah, they're getting they're getting wise to our tricks that we've used. But
Yeah, so
I
you
mean,
have
but
to,
yeah.
you got to be there.
That's
Sorry.
right. And you make a good point too, just about like the engagement. And that's a big piece too. Like design learning or bring in practitioners who can make learning interesting, for your people, make it worth them stepping away an hour of their day from work to be there, so that they want to be present. And just immediately, I know that with my sessions, as soon as you hit the door, I'm asking you to do something in the chat, so people are usually
Yeah,
surprised, like thinking like, oh, I thought this would be another meeting when they just talk at us. But I'm like, nope, you've been promoted to co-facilitator. So you'll be, yeah, if you're not on
I like
camera, you can be in
that.
the chat. But yeah, it's important for teams to do that and invest in that. But yes, we
All
love your
right.
slides, and we like the slides with minimal words. When I used to
Minimal
present
words.
at SourceCon, and I would do very few words because I saw a video on YouTube that said bullets kill and don't use bullets in your
Oh.
slides. And that's what made me,
Oh.
I said, okay, I'm not going to use bullets anymore. So yeah, that's why I stopped using them
Okay.
about, hmm so.
Uh-oh. I might have
Mhm.
a no bullet transformation in
That's
26.
right.
We'll see.
Go
Now
bullet free.
I'm stuck. Bullet.
Yes, bullets kill attention spans, right? Once you got
Oh.
10 bullets stacked up, people
Oh
are checked
no, no,
out.
no, no, no. Ain't gonna be
Mhm.
10. Ain't gonna be 10.
Good.
It's gonna
Yes,
be a
spare them.
stat. It's gonna be a like a thing, and we're gonna talk through
Yeah.
whatever problem
Mm.
it is. But no, we're not
Yes.
having 10 bullets. No, no, no,
Good.
no. Okay. All right. So for people that don't know, you're a facilitator and you
Mhm.
design spaces for learning. You design spaces for collaboration and of course honest conversation. What is one, because we don't
Mhm.
do free labor, one
Okay,
piece
all right.
of fear and wisdom you want leaders, facilitators, and teams to carry into 2026
Mm.
about how we should show up for one another so learning sticks, collaboration
Mm.
deepens, and real progress happens?
Mm. I love that question because the care in it is written all over. So thank you for asking that question. If it was only one thing, I would say design for trust first. So design those spaces where you're going to expect learning to take place for trust first, right? And that goes back to the things we talked about, voice equity in these meetings, right? Respecting people's time, sending the agenda before the call, like small things that
Hmm.
leaders and managers can do to show their people that respect factor that's going to build trust, because you need the psychological safety when you get in there and you want them to learn or pick up a new skill or do more with
Mhm.
less and put down this recruiting tool they've been using for 10 years to pick up this cheaper one you just found that is subpar. But we're not going to talk about that. But you need to show your people that you respect them and you understand their pain, and that trust will go a long way.
Yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
love that. Thank you. All right, we're
Mm-hmm.
going to do our holiday questions.
Mm.
I'm still going to ask you the second one that no one answers, but
Okay.
because I got to stay consistent. But
Yes.
the first
Yes.
question, what is your favorite holiday tradition?
Hmm. Funny enough, I don't even have any traditions that I follow faithfully anymore.
Oh,
It's different when I guess for me, when I lived in the US with my family around and my grandma was alive, we'd all go to grandma's house. There was definitely a tradition around the holidays. But
okay.
since, I've moved away, grandma's gone, rest in peace, it's just like everybody's doing their own thing. So I think one tradition I would like to start next year is being somewhere warm in December, because 7 years
Yeah.
in Canada is giving me the blues. I mean, it gets
Oh,
dark early, it's cold. So I'm like, yeah, I would love to be in a warmer climate during like the end of the year, beginning of the year. So maybe I can make that a tradition starting next year.
all
Mhm.
right. Well, we're gonna you start brainstorming that, storyboarding it.
Yes, yes. Okay. Get my vision board going for my
Yes.
warm winters.
Warm winters. I
Yeah.
already know that you don't, but do you make New Year's traditions? If not, then just tell me. And then listen,
Do people not
I
make
know,
resolutions anymore?
I
They
know.
don't make them?
No, but I think you do a word or a theme, right?
Yeah, good
Yes.
memory. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't do resolutions anymore, but I will set an intention for the year.
Okay.
And I'm going to work through it the first week of January with my coach. But I think this year or next year, 2026, I want my word to be focus, or one of the words to be focus.
Okay.
So I have these cards. Maybe I should show you one. I have these cards I
Yeah.
got from a facilitator that I follow. So it's a really cool thing where you show the card and then there's a question on the back. I'm going to show you a few if you want to play. So, I have my virtual
Oh, you
background
have
screen
your
at work. Okay, there we go.
advice. Okay.
So that's one. I'm gonna just show you a few, and then if any words stand out,
Networking. Okay.
yeah, you broke it down syllable by syllable. Let me
Yes.
give you a few more.
Diversity. Okay. I was like
Hmm.
diversity. What?
Right, diverse. Okay. Do any of these? If any of these strike a chord, then I'll read a question for you.
Generosity. I want to see
Mm,
generosity.
okay. Even the way you said it was like you like that
Well, and it
word.
was purple.
Yeah. Oh, you like purple. That's right. Okay. So your generosity question is,
What's
what's a
the way
way?
you'd like to pay it forward? I
Uh-huh.
do that. I'm doing it right now with people. I'm paying it forward by
Yes.
sharing
Mm.
my network of diverse people with you. I tied
Mm.
it all
I see
together
what you did there. Look at you
very
working the
quickly.
words.
Very
And
quickly.
sharing advice. Yep,
Oh, I
we're
forgot about
sharing
that one.
advice.
Yeah.
Yep. Maybe we can
Okay.
end it with your advice. Yes, for
No,
us, because
no, I don't
you
have
don't want to
any.
share your advice.
No, I'm
People don't
out.
listen to it
That's what
anyway.
they
Yeah.
sure don't. That's
That is the
okay.
advice. Don't give
All right.
unsolicited advice.
I want to ask
Hmm.
you my extra question.
Okay.
Your favorite holiday song?
Hmm. Now that's funny because just yesterday I was watching a YouTube video and they were doing like Christmas carols, and I seem to know most of the lyrics to all of them.
Oh,
Favorite one. I mean, so I love R&B. So SWV did a Christmas album. So,
oh,
of course, like the Mariah tinge song, like the All I Want for Christmas is a Jam. But yeah, I like anything that has been remixed, to put like more of a soulful twist on it.
okay.
Yeah. I mean, the Mariah song is gonna be in my head all season long. Her marketing team has done a great job with that one. But
It's
yeah, I have to
time.
think about Brandy even did a Christmas album with like some
I
new
have it.
new Christmas songs. Okay, listen to it. I haven't
Yes.
listened to it much, but yeah, but SWV's Christmas. Let me see. I'm gonna name a song because
Okay.
I like that one a lot. Let me see the song, the track listing. I think my favorite one is hmm, This Christmas. That's a jam. This Christmas. The one Hang Out the
Donny
Mistletoe.
Hathaway.
Uh-huh,
Okay.
Donny Hathaway, yes.
Okay.
Layla's Daddy, that's right. Thank you for
Layla's
bringing
daddy.
that back. That's right, yeah,
I
but This
learned
Christmas is
something.
good.
Speaking of, this is gonna age me as usual, but I learned something. So, did you ever watch Good Times?
Of course.
Okay, so you know Walona.
Yes.
You know her daddy is Cab Calloway.
No.
Was, excuse me, what
Are you serious?
dead.
Wait a minute. Well, let me see her real name because if I'm seeing Janae Dubois, her
Cab
dad?
Calloway is her daddy.
That's amazing. And I think she did sing. Did she sing the
She
theme
sings the
or
themes to Jeffersons.
yeah? Oh, to the Jeffersons. Okay. Wow, that's a fun fact. I never knew that. And of course, Cab Calloway comes to mind because I think of the Janet Jackson video where
Yep.
she like emulated his style. I don't know if he was actually in it. Was he alive back then? But she definitely emulated his style. Maybe in the All Right video.
Yeah. Yes.
R&B trivia now.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for
Yes.
rounding out the show in a spectacular fashion as only you could. I
Oh,
want to
thank
thank
you.
all of you for tuning in. I do have a bonus episode and I'm going to put it out before the new year,
Okay.
but bear with me. I'm going offline
Mm.
for a minute because I don't think, I mean, I'm just now realizing how much 12 episodes was, 13 really. And I want to thank all of my guests. I want to thank my co host, Tiffany, who stepped in and pinch hitted for a few episodes when I was under the weather. And I will see all of you in 2026. Happy
Yes, thank you
holidays. Happy New
for
Year.
holding Kirsten down, and thank you, KG Trap Recruiter, for always sharing your beautiful platform with your beautiful followers. Appreciate you.
Bye bye.